You know, if someone would have asked me 5 years ago whether I believed peace was truly possible, I probably would have laughed or rolled my eyes. Because, I mean, let's be honest, I don't know. Peace feels like one of those abstract words we throw around when we don't know what else to say. Like thoughts and prayers after a tragedy. Yes, it sounds beautiful, but it just feels kind of empty. But here's the thing. I don't believe peace is impossible. I just kind of believe we haven't necessarily defined it yet. See, for a really long time, I thought peace meant the absence of conflict. No fighting, no yelling, no wars, no drama. But over time, especially as I went through my own personal issues and conflicts, I don't know, I realized that peace isn't about what's missing, it's more about what's present. Peace is presence. This is the presence of understanding, the presence of safety, and the presence of mutual respect, even when we disagree. Peace is when you can exist in your own truth without being in fear. It's when you can be vulnerable and still feel heard by your community, your loved ones, and honestly, maybe even yourself. But I think here's the real issue. Our society isn't designed for peace. We're programmed for productivity, but we're not programmed for presence. We're taught to win arguments, not build bridges. And we live in a culture where being right often matters way more than being kind. And then we wonder why the world feels so tense. Like why our relationships crumble, why countries stay in conflict, and why these days especially, we can't even have a civil conversation online without someone getting canceled or insulted. Peace isn't just about some abstract wish, it's, I don't know, more of a discipline. Peace is hard. It takes a lot of work. And more importantly, it takes unlearning. Unlearning things that we've been programmed to feel as though we need to be right about all the time. However, here's the thing. I've seen peace happen, not just like in global headlines or history books, but actually in my own life. I've seen peace in conversations with someone I thought I would never speak to again. I've seen it where two people sit there in pain and choose empathy instead of defensiveness. And I've seen it in restorative justice circles, in my own recovery meetings, in families trying to heal generational wounds. Peace doesn't have to be this huge political movement. It can start in our friendships, it can start in our classrooms, in how we scroll social media, in how we pause before we speak, or of course before we post. It starts when we stop needing to be right all the time, and it starts wanting to be real instead. That's the most important thing. So I think the next time somebody says peace is impossible, I would ask them, have we even really tried? Have we really sat with the discomfort long enough to have common ground? Have we taught our kids conflict resolution instead of just telling them to be nice? Have we learned how to apologize and actually mean it, not just use it as some kind of performative method? Let's stop thinking about peace as the end of something and start seeing it as the beginning of something so much better. Yes, I really want to believe that peace is possible. I really, truly do. But only if we take the time to really redefine it, and only if we actually commit to it. And only if we remember peace doesn't come from perfection, and it never will. It comes from people being willing to be imperfect, to do the hard, uncomfortable work of creating it, and doing that together. I don't know, I feel like we are pretty powerful people at the end of the day, and if we utilize our spirit in the more impactful, positive way, we can absolutely achieve peace, or at least a form of it. Thanks.